second anniversary on Juneteenth, and no terrible twos around here. We couldn't be more excited about all the good news we'll be announcing soon, including the launch of some new shows to keep giving you more of what you've been looking for.
Come on!
Smart radio for smart people. Hey, it's our celebration, but you get all the gifts. We'll be giving away fresh merch, swag bags, and a chance for you to join the private invitation-only, star-studded music and dance till you drop, food and drink galore second anniversary celebration. To stay in the know about the second anniversary details, download the KBLA Talk 1580 app right now. Don't miss out on your chance to be a winner. At KBLA Talk 1580, when we come forward, we're bringing everybody with us.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
Yo, I come from a small city where nothing is handed. Took my talents and made them work for me, look where I landed. I know a lot of those out there really don't want me having it. They just mad that I'm creeping on them and they had advantages. See, when my voice is on, I let my voice be the change. Put it in these communities, let it give them some range. Let them know that they got a shot at anything they want. And it ain't all about the teaching, but really how they responded. And here on KBLA Talk 1580, we gon' get into it. The whole world on Smiley out of your media. The others tell it, but they truths have some limits. We got that food for soul, now what they feeding you. Black lives matter all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. About the school to prison pipeline. Yeah, let's talk about it. Police brutality out of line. Yeah, let's talk about it. All these thoughts running through my mind. We gotta talk about it. I am unapologetically progressive in efforts to fight for the people. Gotta exercise our voting rights and then push the needle. I'm walking tall, cause I know that y'all expect me to lead. To push the message I am willing to bleed. I gotta get what I need. That's social reform, that's prison reform. I'm highly informed, don't put down a pen. I got a list, I can't resist. I preach it till I talk with a list. And who you know gon' give it to you like this? And here on KBLA Talk 1580, we gon' get into it. The whole world on Smiley out of your media. The others tell it, but they truths have some limits. We got that food for soul, now what they feeding you. Black lives matter all the time. Yeah, let's talk about it. About the school to prison pipeline. Yeah, let's talk about it. Police brutality out of line. Yeah, let's talk about it. All these thoughts running through my mind. We gotta talk about it.
Andy, is today my birthday or something? What's going on, man? You know, a beautiful young queen at the front. You guys can see this on YouTube. Left this gift for me. Gave it to me. Said, "This is for you, Danny. Thank you. I love you so much." It says Black Excellence on it. I'll break it down on the other side. This fire, right? It's a beautiful thing, man. Right?
Hold on.
Oh, crap. Here we go.
Do you know this queen?
No, I didn't know who it was.
But she knew who you were.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, right?
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I was a little bit scared.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of a little stalkerish.
I was a little scared. I peed a little bit, but I'm okay.
She just came out the woodwork like,
she was in the car in the parking lot. She was like, "Yeah, Danny," and she came up, and I was like, "I hope that ain't Obama or something."
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, hey, congratulations.
And then I got this. You just handed this to me. What is this?
I don't know.
We'll unpack these in a second. Literally, we'll unpack these in a second because we got a lot to talk about right here. KBLA Talk 1580. Welcome to the Danny Morrison Show, the whole 9 of the nighttime, right at 9. If you're an avid listener to the Danny Mo Show, you're very much aware that at some point in the first hour of every broadcast, I tend to take a moment to get a little something off my chest. Yeah, some might accurately surmise that the entirety of my show tends to be a nightly amalgamation of my rants and ravings of things that have temporarily taken residence on said chest. But I try to always isolate one specific segment of my beautiful listening audience to let you know when something impacts me earlier in the day that I feel may spark conversation on the broadcast that night. Yet tonight, I had to make an entire show about it. You see, last night, after not being able to watch the second half of the Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors second round playoff game, due to being blessed to be able to entertain you all live on the air instead, I went home after the show to catch the replay on NBA.com. After seeing some of the praise being heaped upon Anthony Davis's dominant performance and the way in which the Lakers stomped into San Francisco and deflated the Warriors all over Black Twitter throughout the night, I wanted to see for myself how good our Los Angeles Lakers look for myself. Pretty impressive, I must say. But while watching the playback on NBA.com, I noticed there was one repetitive narrative that continued to surface as I watched Laker coach Darvin Ham outcoach his melanin-deficient counterpart on the other side of the floor. And that is how the TNT announcers did their best in trying to paint Warriors head coach Steve Kerr as coaching and constructing the greatest assemblage of Hall of Fame talent that the basketball world has ever seen before. Now, I don't mean to get off on a rant here, and I want to preface the nucleus of this opening monologue by reassuring my beautiful listeners that I'm fully aware that Steve Kerr was and is one of the greatest overall NBA talents that the sport has ever seen. Steve Kerr is the only NBA player to win 4 straight NBA titles after 1969. Did you guys know that? He has the highest career three-point field goal percentage, 45.4% in NBA history. He also ties the NBA record for the highest three-point advantage in the season at 52.4% until the record was broken by Kyle Korver in 2010.
Palisades finest as well.
Really? Did not know that. Wow. And to make matters even more impressive, Steve Kerr is a 9-time NBA champion. You heard me. 9-time. 5 titles as a player, 3 with the Chicago Bulls, 2 with the San Antonio Spurs, as well as 4 with these current Golden State Warriors as a head coach. So with these impressive statistics throughout his NBA career, I would never come in here tonight to attempt to downplay the accomplishments of a man who was named one of the top 15 greatest coaches in NBA history after the NBA announced its 75th anniversary team back in 2002. My problem only stems from the fact that the world appears to be working too hard at refusing to give another black man credit where credit is due. Because newsflash, Mark Jackson is the one who put together and developed the current Golden State Warriors dynasty that includes Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson, period, full stop. Mark Jackson is the one who surrounded them with phenomenal bench players and also was the one to secure immeasurable veteran leadership like Andre Iguodala. He brought Iggy to that team. Andy, am I right or wrong?
You're 100% right.
Thank you. And had he not been fired by Warriors brass back in 2014, he would likely be in the process of seeing his vision come into fruition and would probably be held in the same high regard as Steve Kerr is currently. Yet I shouldn't be surprised when white America saunters in to commandeer the credit from our accomplishments, because their journey is always on extended warranty.
Can I add something, Daddy Mo?
Please do.
You forgot another thing.
What's that?
Mark Jackson was the first to crown Steph and Klay as the best shooting duo of all time before we really even saw how great they were.
That is a king right there. And to add on to what you're talking about right now, y'all think we kidding, huh? As you know, the Danny Mo Show always provides proof, huh? Listen to TNT announcer and 2-time NBA champion Kenny Smith talking to, coincidentally, the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green, about the travesty of Mark Jackson not only not being given credit for what he did with the Warriors and for currently being without a coaching position, but how he should also be given credit for, believe it or not, saving the entire league as a whole. Listen.
But what do you make of him not getting a job as an NBA head coach?
I just think that there were facts that were lied upon, and there were lies that now became facts. There are lies about Mark Jackson right now that I hear, and they go, yo, hey, your boy did this and what? Your boy said that, and I'm like, no, that's a lie. I speak to the dude every day. Like, I speak to Mark at least once a week. Like, no, Mark doesn't think like that. He didn't say, he didn't do that. Oh, this was a fact, and then it gets lied on. In terms of coaching and basketball knowledge and seeing what I saw he got out of you.
Preach.
And Steph Curry, before he got there, did not play in the fourth quarters of games.
Preach.
They used to play Monte Ellis, and they would say Steph could not play in the fourth quarters because defensively he could not handle that. I used to watch the Golden State Warriors, and they used to say that he was going to be traded until Mark Jackson got there.
Preach.
He saved not only the franchise, he saved the league.
Wow.
Like, you think if Steph Curry is not, he saved basketball by making this dude what he is and allowing him to be who he was. He saved basketball and changed the culture of the way we play today based on the way Steph plays. But someone had the vision to allow that to happen. He was the vision. It's a travesty that he's not coaching basketball.
You could make the case, and yes, it's a travesty. Give Mark Jackson his flowers. It's obvious that the Golden State Warriors made a conscious decision back in 2014 to move their corporate offices to White Manistan. You heard me. But Mark's not alone. Neither are some of the most preeminent black geniuses of the past. For those unaware, pop superstar Ed Sheeran is currently embroiled in a lawsuit that alleges he was also trying to take credit for a black creation from the R&B giant who sang sexual healing by partaking in a little intellectual property stealing. And for additional information, NBC News is on the case. Listen.
Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70.
English singer-songwriter turned global sensation Ed Sheeran finding himself in a rare and unwanted spotlight this morning. A potentially damaging copyright lawsuit involving his hit song, Thinking Out Loud.
Ed, what do you want to say to your fans who are supporting you right now?
Thank you.
Sheeran is accused of copying part of the melody from the late Marvin Gaye's classic song, Let's Get It On, something he vehemently denies. Sheeran's being sued by the heirs of Ed Townsend, Gaye's Let's Get It On co-writer. The family is represented by prominent civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who says the two songs have striking similarities. The suit alleging Sheeran stole this part of the 1973 hit.
Listen.
The jury will be asked to compare that to the melody of Sheeran's chart topper.
Darling, I will be loving you
Come on.
till we're
Come on.
70.
No cameras are allowed at the trial, but testimony between Sheeran and opposing counsel at times has become heated. The singer saying his music career may slow down if he's found liable, telling the court, if that happens, I'm done.
Wow.
Adding, to have someone come in and say we don't believe you, you must have stole it, I find insulting. Sheeran also gave the jury an impromptu concert, playing his guitar on the stand to make the argument the inspiration for his song was actually Van Morrison, not Marvin Gaye. Last week, Crump's
Always
team
blame the
called a
Morrisons.
mashup of Let's Get It On and Thinking Out Loud that Sheeran performed live in 2014 a smoking gun, and that merging the songs was basically a confession.
Uh-oh.
Sheeran responding, if he had actually stolen that melody, he'd be an idiot to perform it in front of a crowd of 20,000 people.
Play idiotic games, win idiotic prizes. Sounds like a slam dunk case to me, and by his own words, Ed Sheeran's about to leave the music business, huh? I'm sorry, my bad. I guess I'm just thinking out loud. So I say all that to say this. What is black content anyway? What is a black creative? And do we own anything? Does the music have to constitute a heavy, danceable beat for it to be deemed as geared towards a black audience? Does the television or cinematic content have to feature a black director, have black actors in the lead roles, feature topics that are considered black-centric, and be told from a black perspective, if you will? And can a white person ever effectively sing, rap, or produce genuine black music, or write and direct a black TV show or movie that is historically accurate and, more importantly, captures the essence of the black experience, huh? What do you think, huh? These questions made me harken back to the greatness known as the seminal 1985 feature film, The Color Purple. Yeah. That magnificent movie that everyone listening to my voice right now knows and loves was directed by a white man by the name of Steven Spielberg. Yeah, he did an amazing job with the script, but there was a fair amount of controversy surrounding Steven Spielberg directing the movie adaptation of one of the most treasured black books of all time. Some were saying he was trying to steal black culture. But was he? What about Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown? Huh? Did you watch Django Unchained, huh? What about Catherine Bigelow's Detroit, huh? What about The Help, Green Book, Mississippi Burning, Get On Up, 42? All of the films were critically acclaimed. Yet all of the films I just named were critically acclaimed films about black people, written and or directed by white people. Yeah, you heard me right. And I'm willing to bet that you enjoyed the majority of them while probably being fully unaware that a white person was behind the camera lens, huh? But where's the line? And is there one? Let's not forget that there have been a couple of occasions where white directors have dropped the ball on their depictions of historic black characters, fiction and nonfiction. Let's not forget that Quentin Tarantino drew the ire of Spike Lee for using the N-word a little too much in his movies. There is danger in us black people not controlling our own content because some people may misinterpret it and mishandle it as a result. In conclusion, I find it interesting that white America loves to stereotype young black people as being crooks and stick-em-up kids and burglars and thieves, when we are the ones who are actively and historically having our culture slowly and steadily robbed from us. But do we have the stones to commandeer the direction of our culture? Yeah, kings and queens are steadily rising to the top and showing the world just how magical we are in front and behind the camera. But when do we get to the point where we can start telling our own stories? Hiring our own people, controlling and releasing our own product, without white America coming in and taking our transcendent heroes and content and claiming it as their own. I dream of a black utopia where Mark Jackson works for a black owner with majority black players and has no fear of ever getting terminated. And where Marvin Gaye's musical legacy can't be stolen from an overrated pop star, and Marvin's estate can be properly compensated. I just want black excellence to not only breed black award winners and future creatives, but I want it to also breed future black studio and content owners. We built this country with our bare hands by having our culture, dignity, and heritage ripped from our bare hands too. And now it's time for us to rip our culture right back from the same hands that stole it from us, while controlling the black narratives at the same time. Because it truly is black to the future time, with us driving the DeLorean this time. But that's just me. Tell me what you think, LA. What do you consider to be a black film? Let's start there. Does it have to feature a black director and have black actors in the lead roles and be told from a black perspective? Do you always look to see if we are represented when a movie or a TV show is made with us involved? Is it important to you? Do you even care? Also, what do you think of non-black writers and directors taking on black characters and content? Do you think they can ever truly do it justice, huh? I gave you The Color Purple example, a critically acclaimed project. But haven't they already shown that they can get it done? Huh? And lastly, does Mark Jackson get the credit he deserves? Is Ed Sheeran guilty of stealing the riff from Marvin Gaye's Get It, Let's Get It On? Give me your opinion on either of those stories, or one of your own. Holla at your boy, your voice has changed, voice of the community, your voice is on. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. You can also stream us via the brand new KBLA streaming app on your app store, iOS or Android. It don't matter, that same app allows you to send me your questions and comments that I will answer, live at different intervals throughout the broadcast. Plus, like, share, and follow your favorite radio station live on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at KBLA 1580. Feel free to follow me at Danny Mo Show on those same platforms too. Plus, this Danny Mo Show, as usual, will take your comments via the ecosystem of our social network. Check this out. When we come forward, I will add another 7 series to add to the topic of conversation. I give this list at schools, correctional facilities, and on my motivational speaking circuit. It breaks down how young African Americans can finally achieve greatness within them. You all have it. It's born within you. God has gifted every single young African American with a gift that no one else has. That's why my 7 series tonight is 7 words of advice that will help kings and queens on the road to black excellence, huh? You might be the next Dr. Dre. Huh? You might be the next Ryan Coogler. I'll share with you what I've learned through the years. This one's for the kiddies mainly. Add to the conversation with your phone calls when we come forward. Welcome to the Danny Morrison Show on Unapologetically Progressive, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Let's ride. Come on.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
From middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
The Los Angeles Urban League helps African American and others in underserved communities achieve true social parity, economic self-reliance, and civil rights. For over 100 years, Los Angeles Urban League has ensured our communities have access to careers with living wages, opportunities to start and grow businesses, and clear pathways to personal and professional growth. Programs like BizCamp, Construction Career Academy, Bob Business Ready, and B-Warp The Black Wealth Attainment and Retention Program are examples of the ongoing events designed to make our centennial mission to rebuild Black Wall Street right here in LA a reality. To sign up for our newsletter or to support the Los Angeles Urban League with your time, talent, and donations, visit laul.org. That's laul.org. The Los Angeles Urban League is a proud sponsor of Urban Family Focus Saturdays at 7 a.m. on KBLA Talk 1580.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
Roll Charmin Ultra Strong when you drop in the beat. It cleans with way less effort on your seat. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Yeah, roll it, drop it. Charmin flows extra strong from the road. Your butt hella clean while you're sitting on the bowl. Yeah, it's all you need for that bathroom groove. Get you in and out without nothing to prove.
Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action is the youth component of the impactful CBO, known as the Community Coalition. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action has chapters at almost every South LA high school. Say Yeah, as they are popularly known, is located at 80th and Vermont, but serves young people all over South LA. Under the COCO umbrella, they train youth organizers, help underserved scholars prepare for college, and work with students to help them gain admission to top universities. South Central Youth Empowered Through Action fosters teen activism, where young people have led campaigns moving tens of millions of dollars to South LA schools and forcing officials to make AP classes available to students in under-resourced institutions. SCES scholars have taken part in the March on Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition. To donate, volunteer, or enroll a student in South Central Youth Empowered Through Action, please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a great show tonight. It's going to be fun, enlightening. We're going to talk some mental health again, and we'll have some fun definitely throughout the entire broadcast. We are broadcasting live from Leimert Park, California, streaming live on the KBLA YouTube page as we speak. I'm not here to tell you how to think, but I am here to tell you what to think about. We Black and I Spot, another episode of the Danny Morrison Show. KBLA Talk 1580. Once again, I'm disappointed in my listeners. Andy, they're doing me wrong. I don't ask for much, okay? I don't ask for much from y'all at all. All I say is when I come in the gate, hit that like on that YouTube feed, okay? That thumbs up that you see below this video, I want you to hit that like, boom. I told you, it pushes us further into the algorithm if you do that for your boy. Can you do that for your boy? I'm being sent gifts and everything for people, but y'all can't even do that gift for me. What's the deal? Huh? Can we unpack this real fast? Let me read some comments real quick. King Joseph, peace, Danny Mo and Andy, and everyone in the chat. Stacy said, hola, everybody. I got time today. King Joseph said, Danny, yeah, it can be scary nowadays. Yeah, man. Stacy said, why quit music if you didn't steal it? Just write something else as great or better. Yeah, I was a little surprised that Ed Sheeran said that. Like, if he's found guilty, he's going to quit the music. The fans ain't going to care. His fans ain't going to care. You know who else went through that? Pharrell and Robin Thicke. Remember? Blurred Lines? Same thing. Did that hurt Pharrell's career? Nope. Robin Thicke? Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe a little bit. I'm sorry. Joseph said, at Stacy, because the dude is probably not great or as creative as we may think. I disagree with that. Ed Sheeran is talented, man. That's one thing I'm not going to do. I know I said that he's overrated. I get that. Do I think he deserves the shine that he gets? Probably not. But you're not going to tell me he's not talented. That cat will have an arena full of 25,000 people, and he will pull up a chair. I'm not kidding. I'm saying, you ever seen it? I'm not kidding. Get on YouTube and see Ed Sheeran in concert. He'll grab a chair, put the chair in the middle of the round, 20,000 people, and an acoustic guitar. And they're all singing in unison with him. How many people can do that? There ain't many. There ain't many. C. Porter said, just popped in to say, fire. I heard Danny from Blackersfield is back, and we thank you. What? Why y'all bagging on my city? And Vanessa Bell said, I hit the like button. Thank you, Vanessa. I don't know who you are. Is she new? I've never seen that name in our chat. Thank you, Vanessa. And maybe that's what's going to take. It's going to take some newbies to come in and actually show some love to the Danny Mo Show. Hit that like button every single night. Matter of fact, every single hour. Matter of fact, every single show at the KBLA networks. We would appreciate that. How do you open this? It's like me on Christmas morning. Remember Christmas, you open up gifts and everything, and you just throw stuff everywhere? And then your mama say, pick all this stuff up! My mother used to grab wrapping paper and then repackage it, like fold it up and say, we're going to use that next year. That's how poor we were. Oh, we're going to use this next year. And she used to fold it all nice and pretty and everything. Ooh. I got some, I got to show you too. I got Jiffy Pop popcorn, Skinny Pop. I got some kind of bar. I got some nuts. It sounds like I'm doing a porno right now. Some gummy bears. That's cool, right? Another bar. Ooh, you like these? Meat and cheese. You don't eat these? Meat and cheese? Like, what is it? Snap it to a Slim Jim. I'm surprised you're a big wrestling guy. This is a wrestling thing, huh? Thank you. And some pistachios. I've mentioned multiple times on the show. I love me some pistachios, man. And a gift card to El Pollo Loco. Yo. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate. Ooh, there's some candy too. There's some kisses. She gave me some kisses. A random woman gave me some kisses. Mama not gonna like that. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, this is the best part. A mug that says #Black Excellence on it. That's fire, right?
Nuts and kisses, huh?
She probably felt she can't give me no real kisses. So.
Hey, where are the white women at?
She wasn't white. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't. Hey, you know what I'm saying? How weird would that be if a white woman, a Becky, came up and gave me a mug that says Black Excellence on it? That's how they be getting down.
You better run.
Yo.
You better get out. You know what I'm saying?
You ever seen, what's the name of that movie with a Glenn Close, Fatal Attraction? Remember that? You don't want to do that. You ever seen that movie?
No.
It's a woman that, it's Michael Douglas. And he's this big-time dude, you know what I'm saying? And he kind of falls in love with a woman who falls in love with him. He has an affair with her, and she goes crazy. Breaks into their house. I don't want to spoil the movie for those that haven't seen it. But he breaks into the house and boils their kid's rabbit. She had a pet rabbit. She broke it to the house and boils this rabbit. And they walk in the house, and the rabbit is boiling in the butt.
Evil.
It's pretty evil. Can't lie. This is from the queen that was on the show. Maya Baker, y'all remember, huh? Shoot Films, Not People. Give thanks for keeping us afloat. We really appreciate your support. Let's help end gun violence together. Create films and apparel to shift the minds forever. Wow. I got a black Shoot Films, Not People t-shirt. I got one that says, John Singleton taught me. Wow, that's bomb right there. I'm going to rock that. And another black t-shirt. Maya, I appreciate you. I know you watch the show or listen to the show. That's bomb, right? Today is just the day of my birth, huh? Y'all didn't know today was my 29th birthday, huh? Shut your mouth right now, don't you say?
What's crazy is, yesterday you were talking about, being on edge, and then the next day, here comes a blessing.
I think that's what it is. But one thing is still missing, Andy. I don't want to sound like that I am not appreciative of the gifts I get down here.
Yeah, man, we waiting.
But there is one thing that is still missing, and we on the clock right now.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna see Janet. I'm not gonna see Janet Jackson.
I don't think they really love you like that, Danny.
You know this is her last tour.
That's what I'm saying. They don't love you like that, Danny.
Janet, she's 56 years old. This has got to be her last tour. I saw her doing Rhythm Nation the other day. That rhythm was a little bit slower than it used to be. No disrespect to Janet, but I'm probably not. If I don't see this tour, I'm done. I will die without seeing Janet live in concert. And I'm trying to get that.
Would it be a consolation prize if she came into the studio as a guest?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, man, y'all don't love Danny Morrison like that, man. Y'all, chat room, everybody listening, y'all better go get this man some tickets. Stop playing.
I wouldn't say that. Okay, go on, say it.
I'm just saying. Hook your boy Thirst Trap Morrison up with some Janet Jackson tickets.
Why gotta be Thirst Trap Morrison?
I'm just saying, you over here getting gifts. You got women over here waiting outside for you and stuff.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. News and traffic right now. More Danny Mo Show on the other side. KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Stay there.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Julius White. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. All of the people injured in the Atlanta, Georgia mass shooting were adults. That's according to a doctor from Grady Memorial Hospital. Including the decedent have not been identified, but while speaking to reporters, ATL Police Chief Darren Shearbaum offered this information.
5 individuals were shot. Unfortunately, a 39-year-old female has lost her life. And of those that are injured is a 71-year-old female, a 56-year-old female, a 39-year-old female, and then a 25-year-old female.
Meantime, the bond is being raised to $7.5 million for the man accused of shooting and killing 5 of his neighbors in southeast Texas last week. Francisco Oropesa made his first appearance in court on Wednesday, where the judge called it the worst case he's personally familiar with. I'm Julius White on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Need an accident attorney by your side? All you got to do is call the Accident Guys.
Injured in a car accident or at work? The Accident Guys can come to you almost anywhere, so you don't have to come to us. Se habla español.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States of America.
The story of Emmett Till and his mother is a story of a family's promise and loss and a nation's reckoning with hate, violence, and abuse of power. It's a story that was seared into our memory and our conscience, the nation's conscience, when Mrs. Till insisted that an open casket for her murdered and maimed 14-year-old son. She said, "Let the people see what I've seen." The reason the world saw what she saw was because of another hero in this story, the black press. Jet Magazine, the Chicago Defender, and other black radio and newspapers were unflinching and brave in making sure America saw what she saw. Ida B. Wells once said, and I quote, "The way to right wrongs is to turn the light of truth upon the wrongs."
Turning the light of truth upon the wrongs. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580, and we don't black down.
Have you faced discrimination in Los Angeles? The City of LA Civil Rights Department can help. They investigate private sector discrimination in LA City in commerce, education, employment, and housing. If you're facing discrimination, submit a complaint online for free at laisforeveryone.com. That's laisforeveryone.com or call 213-978-1845.
Congratulations to One United Bank for being this week's winner of KBLA's Office of the Week. Your office won lunch for 10, delivered by the original Taco Pete. Congratulations to One United Bank.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family was founded to help address domestic violence and sexual assault in the Asian and the Pacific Islander communities. The Center for the Pacific Asian Family's mission is to build healthy and safe communities by addressing the root causes and consequences of family violence and violence against women. They are committed to meeting the specific cultural and language needs of the Asian and Pacific Islander women and their families. CPAF's vision is of an Asian and Pacific Islander community that embraces healthy relationships and works in partnership with other communities to eradicate all forms of violence. To access services, volunteer, or for more info, visit nurturingchange.org. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe everyone deserves to be safe. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Nerds! Here at NerdWallet, we often see people wrestle with financial decisions.
Mike is in the ring, up against his nemesis, indecision. Mike can't decide the best way to save his money, and indecision has him boxed in. But wait, Mike tagged in NerdWallet!
Whew, let's go. With NerdWallet's side-by-side comparisons, you can find a high-yield savings account with interest rates that earn more bang for your buck. So the next time you wrestle with a financial decision, you'll come out on top. NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Gotta stay fresh, my house shot with a rest bar,
Have you visited us online for the grand opening of KBLA.store? For the best in new merch, gift ideas, books, media, and more, log on to KBLA.store. Be sure to check out our KBLA team favorites at KBLA.store today. That's KBLA.store for all the official merch on your favorite talk radio station, KBLA Talk 1580.
The bounce is back.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Show on KBLA Talk 1580. I keep forgetting what Michael McDonald's talking about in that song. What is he? Does anybody know what he said? I don't know. This is around the time on the show where I usually tell you I want to get something off my chest, but we got a queen in studio right now. She is founder and CEO of the Morris Young Legacy House Incorporated. Brittany Morris, give her a love real quick here. And we haven't officially started the interview, but she wants to come in and help me with my 7 series tonight. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fantastic. Now your broham's in here too. Can your ears all right? Can you hear? He can't hear much over here, Andy. We trying to get you booted up here. Is everything okay? We got to make sure. We got to get my man taken care of because I need him on the mic too a little bit. Andy's gonna come in and work his magic in the meantime and in between time. Did you found the studio okay?
No.
Okay.
But we found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to actually?
It took about 15 minutes extra.
You sent me a picture of the placards on the wall out there. I'm like, man, she found it, looks like.
I had to show you. I was like, this is where I'm at. Please come get me.
It's all good. We're going to get into an official interview with this queen in a few, but her brother was here, who is also the co-founder of your organization, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're about to do a 7 series right now, and I said, why not bring him in to join your boy and doing them? Can you guys do that for me?
Yes, we can.
So, Andy, let's not waste any time. Let's jump into the 7 series. Let's go. Come on.
One topic, 7 answers. It's time for the 7th series on KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
I give this list at schools, youth correctional facilities, and on the motivational speaking circuit that breaks down how young African Americans can finally achieve the greatness within them. You all have it. It's born within you. God has gifted every single young African American with a gift that no one else has. But there's a plan that you must follow that will not only help you reach it, but help you unlock it at the same time. That's why the 7th series tonight is 7 words of advice that will help kings and queens on the road to black excellence, as my mug so accurately shows. Black excellence hashtag. All right? Because you might be the next Dr. Dre. You might be the next Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You might be the next Ryan Coogler. You might be the next Ava DuVernay. You know what I'm saying? But there's some boxes you need to check off before you can achieve that dream. And I will share you what I've learned through the years. You guys want to add to the discussion? You know how we put it down for the town? 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. 7 words of advice that will help kings and queens on the road to black excellence. Here's number 1. Life don't owe you nothing. It would be really easy to use those crutches that a lot of us have available. My daddy wasn't there. My mama worked too much. Neighborhood was dilapidated and dangerous. There are some people in this world that believe that due to the circumstances that they've been dealt, those excuses are always readily available to you. That is wrong. You will forever be judged by a different standard. That means you're not allowed to use crutches. Walk it off. We need you. Brittany, what do you think?
I think that is valid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent, as they say.
Woo! Real talk.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be able to pick yourself up regardless of where you came from, especially when you get a certain age.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can only blame your parents. You can only blame your circumstances for so long until you take responsibility and say, what do I want to do? And you take charge.
Yeah, very well said. King, we haven't accurately and adequately introduced you. What's your name again?
Yes, my name is Lorenzo Young.
Yeah.
And I am native, proud resident of Los Angeles.
Why are you trying to be sexy right now? What you doing? Is that what is this what you're doing?
This is MO.
Is this your MO?
Yeah, it's my MO right
There's
now.
some ladies listening.
Yeah.
Go ahead, put it on out
That's
there.
my MO.
Are you a taken man? I mean, we can put it out there. Lord have mercy. Hey, you know, let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to get with my man here? Look at him on YouTube. He's suited and booted. I give him that.
He's always suited. He wears everybody's clothes.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Are you that cousin? I got cousins like that.
Yes, I am that brother.
And it's all good.
I am that brother.
So what do you think? Life doesn't owe you anything. You agree with that?
I definitely agree with that. I am a proud product of the Nickerson Gardens. I grew up in Watts.
Wow.
Native.
All right.
And I will be the first of several individuals that will tell you that there are no excuses. It all starts within you.
So tell me, because, man, we could go on a whole rant on this one right here. What causes someone that grew up in Nickerson Gardens to be in your position now? What kind of paradigm shift, what mental state do you have to be in to say, I don't want to be that, I don't want to perpetuate that, and I want to become better?
You know, it's funny you asked that question. You know, I will honestly admit that it was through the grace of God.
Come on.
My grandmother, and I was blessed to be able to meet some individuals early on in my life that gave me that mentorship, that gave me that external guidance that I didn't receive, at home.
Well said.
And I listen.
Were they celebrities or just
No.
cats from the neighborhood?
No, it was, it's funny you say that. Her father being one.
Wow.
Who's a retired homicide detective.
Wow. We're going to get into that for sure. We're inside the 7 series right now. 7 words of advice that will help kings and queens on the road to black excellence. Number 2, respect your elders and pay it forward. We talked about this last week, remember? You were not allowed to complain. Those trailblazers that came before you placed you in that position. Right here, right now, blood, sweat, and tears were shed to clear the brush so that you achieve the highest of heights and grow. And no matter how tough you think you got it, it's nowhere close to the burden of those that came before us. We owe them a debt of gratitude for paving the way, and now it's up to you to start trenching for those that come after you. Right, Brittany?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to pay it forward, number 1, but you have to definitely pay homage to the ones who came before you because they flattened the road, they flattened all the obstacles. They allowed you to see daylight through the brush.
Come on.
Without having to cut your fingers on the thorns or anything like that. So absolutely, you have to pay homage. You have to pay respect, even if it's silent, even if it's just in your actions. You have to do that. Otherwise, you're doomed to fail because nobody is going to come after you and pay you the same respect.
Woo! Brittany's on fire already. What about you, King? Huh?
But you know what? It's funny. Really, you just have to humble yourself. You have to humble yourself because it all starts within you once again. But I think just recognizing what your journeys has been and being respectful to other people.
Well said. 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580. We got a little time for another one, huh? Here's number 3. Chasing the dollar will always end in misery. If you choose a career based on how much money you can make, you'll be miserable within 10 years' time. Calculate how much money you need to pay your bills and establish a little savings and do what you love. Cultivate that one thing that you would want to do for the rest of your life and go and get it. It may not be a 6-figure salary. You may have to make some sacrifices. You may even have to share a car or a residence at some point, but you will be happier in the end. Miss Brittany, you agree?
All money ain't good money.
Let's go! Exactly.
You got to put your value in something else other than money. Money is a tool. We don't praise the hammer. We don't praise the pocket wrench. We have to be able to build something of value with the tool that we're given, and money happens to be one of them. So you got to get your priorities straight.
I dare you to top that one. Come on, kid. I dare you.
But it's funny. I've worked government. I've worked private sector. And I'll be honest with you, I'm now back in a different space where I can honestly tell you it is not about the money. It's about the sanity, the quality of life, the peace of mind.
I don't want to put it out there. Are you guys a 501c3?
We are.
Yes, we are.
So this ain't about the money for you?
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
Wow. Well said. 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, we will continue the 7 series, and at the top of the hour, we will have a great conversation with Brittany Morris. Her name is always almost perfect. Her last name, almost. It's missing a couple letters, but it's almost perfect. Brittany Morris. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA. Stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles. From middays to nighttime. Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
Tens of thousands of families across the United States are grieving over loved ones who've taken their own lives. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by Lendistry. Story courtesy of CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. Men outnumbering women 4-1 as states across the country, including California, report alarming suicide rates each year. Among Black Americans, suicide is having a unique impact on Black men. The suicide rate for Black people in California rose by 31.1% between 2010 and 2019, a substantial increase when compared to other ethnic groups. For suicide prevention resources, visit focus.senate.ca.gov/mental health/suicide.
Thanks to our new sponsor, Lendistry. Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered in Los Angeles. Lendistry helps small business owners access the affordable capital needed to grow. Visit Lendistry, LENDISTRY.com/KBLA today. Hi, it's Lynn Richardson with the Millionaires Roundtable. Have you heard about Lendistry? Come on now. Lendistry is a national Black-led small business lender that is headquartered right here in LA. Once you've started your business, Lendistry provides flexible financing options starting at $50,000 to help you access the affordable capital needed to grow. Whether financing is needed to increase working capital, acquire a business, purchase inventory and equipment, or refinance debt, Lendistry has a solution for you. Lending products range from traditional business term loans and lines of credit to SBA 7A loans and commercial real estate financing. Lendistry's pre-application process is simple and does not impact your credit score. Visit lendistry.com/KBLA. That's LENDISTRY.com/KBLA to learn more and get started with an application right on the website.
On April 17th, 2023, Multicultural Radio Broadcasting Licensee, LLC, licensee of station KBLA AM Santa Monica, California, 1580 kilohertz, filed an assignment of license application with the Federal Communications Commission. Members of the public wishing to view the application or obtain information about how to file comments and petitions regarding the application can visit publicfiles.fcc.gov and search in station KBLA's online public inspection file.
If you have certain chronic conditions such as heart disease,
asthma,
diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older,
52, 36,
42, You may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com. I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated
with Prevnar 20.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
Andy, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm looking at the likes right now in the video. I only see, 13? Is there 13 likes on it? How many people watching? 18? There was 22 a second ago. Now it's 18. All I know is there is a little bit of shortage. If there's 18 people watching and only 13, what's the deal? That's 5 people that's just riding on my time. You know what I'm saying? You owe me. Pay me. Like this video right now. Please do. Go to YouTube right now. But we're inside the 7 series. 7 words of advice that will help kings and queens on the road to black excellence. Number 1 was life doesn't owe you anything. Respect your elders and pay it forward. Chase the dollar will end in misery. And here's number 4. Do not let the naysayers project their fears onto you. Remember, you are in this position and there are a multitude of people around you that may be jealous of your success. They might even be your own family. Hands up. How many people listening right now have a family member that hates you and you don't even know why? We all got one of them, huh? That's that crabs in the bucket syndrome we talk about on this show sometimes. When one tries to climb out, the others pull that person back down, right? They're intimidated because they can't do what you do. Stay focused, stay resolute. It's not you, it's them. Trust me. Brittany, what do you think?
I think that when people say no, that should be fuel for you to be compassionate towards them, because that means they are afraid. So if you show them that they can do the things that you're doing and more, or just different, then you empower them and that jealousy fades.
That's real talk, King. That's real. You agree?
I definitely agree. And, it's all about the communication, and understanding. There are going to be that form of differences, but if we can find a way to come to a medium, I think that's where we need to be.
You guys ever had a job when you were younger, and then you get there and you're hardworking and you're paying attention to what the manager tells you to do and everything, and then the people around you are like, why are you working so hard? Why are you coming in here doing things? Well, you ain't got to do all that.
Absolutely.
Why are you doing all this extra?
Absolutely.
That is, once again, their fears saying, don't make us look bad. You're making us look bad up in here.
They're afraid of their greatness.
Come on. 7 series, back to it. Here's number 5, okay? The hardest worker always wins. To that point, the hardest worker always wins. Hustle beats talent every single time. And if you're a hustler with talent, you could change the world out there, at work or at school. The person who hustles more than everyone else is always the person that reaps the professional and financial benefits thereafter. Not always brains or brawn, it's heart. And if you choose not to go to college, you would better be a very hard worker. That's all I'm saying. Or else, Brittany.
I say it's about speed, right? So they will get there, they will win, but sometimes not as fast as they think they should or that they want to. But the end result is the end result, not the journey. So they will win. They will get more lessons. They will get more edification. They will get more opportunities to teach, to learn, to thrive, to fail, to figure out what doesn't work and what does. And ultimately, they'll be able to reap the benefits of that.
She's right, though, but this is the microwave generation, King. Come on now. They want it right now. Right now. Not now, but right now.
Right now.
How do we change that?
How do we change it?
Can we?
The laugh means you don't know.
They're going to have to put in the work, They're going to have to put the work in,
These cats be getting a job somewhere at McDonald's and going, how long until I'm manager? They'll be there 6 weeks. How long until I'm the manager? It's like, you got to work your way up.
That's fear, too.
They don't want to do that no. They don't want to do that no more, right?
Yep, it's that generation.
Yeah. Here's number 6. Treat people right. Find a moral compass. Be respectful. Always treat the janitor the same way you would treat the manager. Treat the secretary the same way you would treat the CEO. Every person that hurts people on the way up, sometimes you got to uncomfortably face those same people on the way down. People that you may need if you ever hit rock bottom. Be a good person. Always, Brittany. You're a good person.
I tried. People don't remember what you said, the information you dropped on them, what you taught them, but they remember how you made them feel. And how you made them feel is going to ignite or dilute whatever it is that they're going to plant in the world, and then you're responsible for that by proxy. So how you make people feel is very important because that's the energy that moves.
Oh my God, that is the word of the night right there. Once again, top that. I don't know if you can top that.
No, I can't top that.
She's swinging for the fences tonight, man.
And I definitely agree with her on that one.
So you ain't ever hurt nobody's feelings? Stop it.
No.
You hurting people's feelings with that suit on right now, making me feel bad. I didn't know I was supposed to dress up. I know I was supposed to come all sexy tonight. I just got a regular shirt on, man. Hit number 7 to round this out. We're doing the 7 series right now. 7 words of advice that will help kings and queens on the road to black excellence. Number 7 is, if I want to see your future, all I got to do is look at your friends. Y'all have heard this before, I'm sure, right? A mentor told me this years ago, and it stuck with me. Check this out. He handed me a piece of paper and told me to write down the 10 people I know that I am absolutely sure will help me with my newest venture. So I did. I wrote them down. Boom. 10 names. Oh, my homeboy Clarence, you know what I'm saying? My girl Shanika, you know what I'm saying? Just writing them all down. I wrote down 10 names of my closest friends and family, handed it to him, and he ripped it up in half. I was like, whoa, what's the deal? He handed me another piece of paper and said, now you give me your next 10. So I did. Let me see, my homeboy, my job that I'm always on time, you know, my dude down the street, blah, 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 blah. So I did. He took that page, ripped that bad boy in half too, right? So then he pulled out his pen and he scratched out the first 5 of the next 10. And he looked at me and then he said, start right there. Real talk. Those people will help you. The people closest to you will not help you find your dream. And he was absolutely right, by the way. Don't assume just because someone loves you that they will invest in you. They will like your posts on Facebook and on Instagram and even comment on your greatness within those posts, but will they write a check? Have they? No. Brittany.
Well, you know, they say somebody's good friend may not be a good husband for somebody else. The qualities don't always translate across the board. But if you have bad friends, you have a bad future. No friends, no future. Good friends, a good future, but better friends, a better future. So it's really, really important to decide who you want to be and then look for those characteristics and people that you want to surround yourselves with.
Man, this woman is incredible. I see why you dressed up so nice. You got to try to keep up. So what?
He's the pretty one.
He's the pretty. I beg to differ, by the way. But what do you think? Look, you and I, we both brothers, right?
Yes, sir.
We probably both got some suspect friends around us.
Absolutely.
But how do you treat them? The older you get, do you start pushing them cats to the side? I had to do that. Did you? And you from Nickerson Gardens, man.
Absolutely. I did have to, just kind of create that distance.
How did they receive that when you said we can't kick it no more, man?
But it was again, as you start getting older, everybody's lifestyles start changing. Everybody want to go in different directions. And if your direction is not in alignment with my direction, then it's going to be hard for us to continue to navigate.
And Brittany, that is what a real friend is. Mm-hmm. I got a couple buddies told me, we know we can't hang with you no more.
Mm-hmm. That makes you look at yourself if you're smart.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody doesn't want to hang with you, it's not them. It's probably you. So you gotta look at yourself.
A true friend understands that they may not be right in their life at that point.
Timing is everything.
Timing is everything. Mm-hmm. Real talk. We got to say goodbye to you, but I want you to give some information about if they want to follow you on Instagram or Facebook and maybe ask you out on a date because you're the best dressed brother in Los Angeles tonight. What do they do?
Well,
you just made him blush.
Look at it. He's blush. And look at the bling on his wrist. Where you get that watch, man? Come on now. The time is skin to 5 right here. I don't. What kind of watch is that?
That's Apple.
He just dressed it up real nice. It's
really nice. How do people follow you and get in contact with you?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram.
On
Instagram, I'm under Lorenzo.young.777. And I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
Under Lorenzo Young.
Ladies, he's available.
Ish.
Wait. Wait. Is your lady listening right now? I'm sorry. Am I
getting you in trouble?
Right women at?
Am I getting you in trouble right now?
It's all right. I'm going to save his life real quick. You're all right, Lorenzo.
Appreciate you, Lorenzo. News and traffic right now. When we come forward, I got a queen named Danny Morrison going to tell you all about our organization. I brought some clips. We'll have a good time. 1-800-920-1580. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Stay there.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Julius White. Here's the latest from the Black Information Network. All of the people injured in the Atlanta, Georgia mass shooting were adults. That's according to a doctor from Grady Memorial Hospital. Including the decedent have not been identified, but while speaking to reporters, ATL Police Chief Darren Shearbaum offered this information.
5 individuals were shot. Unfortunately, a 39-year-old female has lost her life.